Hey everyone, Tim here, and I decided to do my top 10 favorite TV pilots. I have done uh, top 10 favorite TV finales and top 10 worst TV finales, but I'm going to give you my top 10 favorite pilots. I have so much, like Dukes of Hazzard, Walton's, Quantum Leap, etc., Roseanne, Erie, Indiana, a lot of them. But I'm going to start with my favorite show of all time, Nip Tuck. The introduction to all these characters is just great, especially the two characters. It's just the brotherly love they have for one another. They end up having through the series, and I just love it. Next is Dark Angel, which, along with great shows like Firefly, Lone Gunman, Titus, Skin, you have these shows that from freaking Fox. Really great development, good character development, great dialogue. Nope. It's time to cancel. But especially just the idea of a super soldier wanting to live a normal life in the future. All hell breaks loose, so on and so forth. David Nutter did a really wonderful job as director. He's the pilot master. But anyone who wants to really get into the whole, badass female thing, check this one out. And then we get to 13 Reasons Why, which honestly to me is still, and I will always say it, the most accurate high school series, TV series I have ever seen in my life. The introduction of this is great, where we see all the, it kind of reminds me of Donnie Darko, the way Donnie Darko was filmed in the beginning and the introduction to everybody. It's kind of giving me that vibe. And just, no one's in it. Like, the whole innocence thing. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going to happen. And I just think, I think Dylan and did all the people associated, Selena with producing, did wonderful. Everyone just did really good. Number 7 is The Walking Dead, directed by Frank Darabont. The first episode directed by Frank Darabont, entitled Days Gone By. This episode, to me, I think is one of the best. Premiered on October 31st, Halloween, 2010, which, as funny as little trivia, one of my favorite days of my life. This was when there's nothing, most of it, you had Shane in there in the beginning. You had few people. You had your walkers. Most of this episode is just Andrew Lincoln. Rick Grimes going through all of this just being alone. Most of it no dialogue until Lenny James comes around. But even that, the way they filmed it and just the way it executed is beautiful. Still beautiful to watch. The next is Smallville. Again, we have back-to-back David Nutter directed episodes. And Smallville, to me, just the way you see it begin. And, I really don't mind the CG because basically I don't really care about CG. I do in certain, I think, you need it. But stuff like this, I know it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be Superman. But I'm a more sucker for character development and our characters than the shit around them. I really am. And I think this, in my opinion, did well. And then we get to another pilot directed by David Nutter that is just shot really nice. I'm telling you, I love the atmosphere with certain stuff, with certain, especially your mysterious kind of direction. And the next, especially the next pick you're gonna see, very eerie, like I said. And I'm telling you, I think it starts with the beautiful chemistry these two have, and you're not gonna ever gonna replace it. And we get to another one that I just find as one of the perfect pilots, and it's Twin Peaks. Just the introduction to Cooper and Truman and all these different, all this just different shit happening, and just the mysterious murder that's occurring. And I think the direction of David Lynch is magnificent, and the atmosphere is just is like, I can't even. You don't find stuff like this anymore. You really don't. The atmosphere is breathtaking, just breathtakingly. Stuff like this that you see right now, I find more prettier than any of this friggin' coloring crap we see now that you see in like most movies. This digital bullshit. Yeah, Pilot is just a fantastic pilot. And another show I wish never got canceled. Next is Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls to me is absolutely one of my favorite shows ever. Gilmore Girls is like a hearty piece of apple pie. It's like eating apple pie. It is the most warmest show I've it is the most warmest show I've ever watched. Just the lighting, the colors, it's like Stand By Me, that scene in Stand By Me where, Will Wheaton and John Cusack are together. It's like that, but through the whole through the whole series. Again, it's like eating apple pie. It is such a warm and just loving show. And that pilot is just wonderful. Leslie Linka Glatter, who directed Now and Then, who I love that. Now and Then's wonderful as well. Directed Freaks and Geeks. The pilot took Freaks and Geeks. And I wanted to add in there, but I'm more of a fan of the finale than I am a fan of the pilot. So I decided to, I already chose to book Gilmore Girls anyway because I love that show to death. But just how everyone, just Rory, Lorelai, yes, Dean, which we've seen his face before, but just love this show, and the pilot is just beautiful. Next is The Wonder Years, which originally was going to be number one. Where we dive into the coming of age story, which we've seen before in stuff like Stand By Me and The Waltons and Christmas Story, which was a major inspiration of this. But now it's been done to death with stuff like Everybody Hates Chris and Goldberg's. Oof. But this is one of those, I think, that is the best of them all because we go through the maturity, the innocence maturity of a 12-year-old version of this man and all the people he knew and all the people that, all these stories, just that ending monologue alone. All these stories, and just, did people change? Did people stay the same? Did Wayne change? Did what happened to Karen? Like all these different things happening, and it just to me they did it the right way. It was directed by Steve Miner, who Friday the 13th Part 2 and 3, and House and Warlock, and he also did pilots for Wildfire and Make It or Break It. And to me, I think Steve Miner captured the wonderful, innocence of just stuff we'll never see ever again. And we get to number one. My favorite pilot for any show is The Sopranos. Yes. Although a man who's a friggin' mob boss going to a therapist I don't think would be a good idea. But I digress. It's the characters I love. It's, Christopher doing the first kill, the first hit. It's, Tony's love for animals. It's seeing all these characters that have died and all these actors that are no longer with us all together and all in this episode. It's amazing. David Chase did a wonderful job putting it to this, and having HBO not really, I don't believe it became as huge until I think of the summer, and then it just went everywhere. But that's my top 10 favorite pilots. Hope you like that, and bye.